So you're just going to read through.
Yep.
And just
Okay.
the.
Action.
Okay.
Have you got?
That's lipstick.
Can I just? Yeah.
1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're at 7 o'clock and counting. 7 o'clock and counting. Let's just, yeah. Okay. If anyone is out there on their devices, can you give us a thumbs up or a... Oh, Anthony is watching. Okay. Excellent. Well, good evening and welcome all. Again, this is a... are you right?
Wanted to watch, and I said yes.
Yes. Peter McCloy
Yes.
and James Baker are watching you. Thumbs up. Welcome, welcome. Graham Bell. Graham Bell, wow. Okay. Hi, Graham. Fancy that. No COVID restrictions via the iPhone. You beauty. Excellent. So, as you may have guessed, because of COVID fun, we are doing a virtual meeting. So, hopefully, it will be nice, brief, to the point. Nice, brief, to the point.
Hope so.
Yes. Anyway, look, thank you very much. Apologies. Well, we can't really have apologies because no one could be here, so we just apologise. Okay. Minutes of the last meeting were circulated by email today, and they're available for you to read, have a look at, question, query, let us know if there's any issues. Michael Barber is watching. Thank you very much. So we'll bypass. Will you accept the minutes for the last meeting?
Yes.
Seeing you wrote them, I'll second them.
You'll
Thank you
second
very
them?
much. Yes, you and me,
Yeah.
and me.
Sue.
Sue, thank you very much.
SS.
Okay, new members. Well, we can't welcome new members here, but it has been very exciting. We've had lots of new people join, which is just wonderful. And there's a list of 13 people that I have here. Some of them have rejoined because of the quiet time we've had over the last few months. So Crystal, Vaughan, Ross Davenport, Dean Williams have all renewed. And some new people, Caleb McInerney, Paul Parker, who, if I remember rightly, was at our meeting last month, Ian O'Hara, Raina Frederick, Michael Bailey, Polo Bernard, Mike Andrea, pardon me, sorry, Mailing Haywood, and Alan Roda. All new members. So welcome along. Hopefully we can get to meet you soon, and you can come out for a drive and do what we're supposed to be doing. Thank you. Briefly, minutes, business arising from the previous minutes. There is a proposed racing series that one of our members, Malcolm Douglas, is trying to get up and running. And he's still working on that, and I'll be going and seeing him next week and talking to him about logistics and getting all that going. So we've got new people joining. Rob Coburn, g'day Rob. Craig Kelp, in quarantine, in the city here. You're back from down south. I remember you going to Melbourne.
He's got 2 weeks.
Yes, so enjoy. Richard Davidson, and John Tate. Good evening to you, JT. Thank you very much. We'll get to you in a moment. Thank you. The other matter from the minutes, the flags and banners. We had some, for those who don't know, we had some water damage on some of our flags. They got damaged, so we're getting new ones, redesigning them. So we're taking an opportunity at the moment with Hype Creation, our website people, doing some artwork and making it all wonderful. But it's just one of those things. Thank you. So I'll just scoot through. John Tate, thank you very much. Treasurer's report. John's doing a fantastic job and is all over this. This is just great. The club finances are in very good shape. Currently sitting at $59,887.42 at the 31st of August. We're still just waiting for an invoice from the Porsche Club for our Morgan Park entry. So this is the only outstanding issue. So that's all great. And I'd like to introduce Leanne Timms, the Vice President, Secretary, Social Director, all of those things.
Jack of all trades.
Yes.
Morning, everyone, or evening, everyone. It's a long day, I can tell you. What we're proposing is, once, I have mentioned before, once the AGM is completed, we'll be able to submit our audited accounts for last year to the Office of Fair Trading, and we can then pay for our club registration. Now, this has been all allowed with the OFT. They've taken into account the effects it's had on the operations of clubs and everything. So they have been quite flexible with how we're able to go about it. But we're wanting to get this over and done and dusted and gone on for the next year so that everything is in order. So that's the main thing that as Secretary, just needing to, that's on the agenda to get done and dusted. I'll move over into the social report, which is not very much because of the regulations and what we can and can't do, booking venues, that type of thing, and plus the restrictions and considerations for our club members. We've got things in the pipeline, but when and how we can get those happening as actual events will all depend on what we're allowed to do. The restrictions at the moment is putting a little bit of a dampener on things, but once we get the green light, we will have quite a few nice, really good options there to let everyone know. The only other one as a small social get-together was the 6 Series register with other club members too. That was on the 18th of September. That's going to be at Cafe 63, which is 1020 Stanley Street, East Brisbane. So I know a notification's gone out for that. So if you're wanting to attend, by all means, that will be on, that's next Friday. So that's mine for the social report.
Just following on that social report, because it's been so quiet in the last few months and we're in a healthy financial situation, we're looking at ways of putting back to the club. So we are planning, we're trying to organise things like movie nights and events like that, and we'll subsidise that and put back into the club. So we want to especially kick the next year off with a big event. So because we haven't had our show of excellence, we haven't had our gala dinner. So all those sorts of things, what we're trying to do is come up with some sort of a big event that we can combine and have really let our hair down. And
celebration of getting back together.
Yes, please. I'm sick of talking about it. Yes. Another absentee for this evening is our wonderful John Fairman, our membership officer. Membership, as I said before, is growing. As I said, in the last month, we've had at least...
That was the last from...
Oh, right. 377 members.
But It's now.
Yeah, okay. And some are still to be assigned, so the total will be 373. Okay. All right. So that's it's good, but we're also, a day doesn't go by where we don't get lots and lots of people asking to join our Facebook groups. So lots of people out there listening, talking, and enjoying BMWs. So it's fantastic. Who else is around? Kerry Thomas,
Yeah.
G'day, how are you?
Rob?
Where's Russell? I hope Russell's watching. We'll be asking questions later. Rob Lang Smith down the Gold Coast, blew a tyre in the middle of the night the other night. Yeah, you were in a Ford. Sorry, but there you go. Greg Douglas, hi, how are you? It's anyone wants to ask a question, please, by all means, give us a shout. Okay, drive report. Back to, I'll put my John Tate hat back on now for the drive report. There is, as Leanne mentioned with our social activity, we've got a run up north planned, but it's on hold at the moment for the 18th of October. Registrations aren't open, but we're just waiting to see. We've done the route, John Tate's done the route, organised as much as he can, but we just can't do it at the moment. Sorry.
Russell just said hi.
You are, Russell. You are watching. Thank you very much.
At least he's awake.
Yeah. Where was I? Pop-up event. We're also trying to squeeze in our annual Mike Walsh run, hosted by the 6 Series Register. That will be a run from the Gap up to Woodford for lunch. It's tentatively in the calendar for the 11th of October. Please, let's just...
That's a TBA.
Yes, let's just try.
Tony Jones says hi.
Thank you very much, Tony Jones. Hi, how are you going? Tony's a Toowoomba member. He was at Skid Pan last weekend and popped a tyre off his rim. That's nothing serious. It just made a lot of noise, but just did flat. But my compliments, Tony. Not very many people I know carry around an air compressor in the boot of their car. So, 10 points. You're obviously a good Boy Scout.
It might have been out of necessity.
Well, I think with
practicality is necessity.
With run flat tyres and things these days, you never know what's going to happen and where you're going to happen, especially when you've got to drive back to Toowoomba afterwards. Okay, thanks. Let's move on to sponsorship and advertising. Sponsorship is always one of those things. We've been trying to pull things together, and Russell Dean from Hyper Creation, who lives and breathes sponsorship and that sort of thing, is helping me trying to restructure our whole sponsorship and advertising package so that, especially with all forms of social media these days, we want to make it fair and equitable for everyone and create the structures so that everyone knows what they're going to get and what we can offer for people. So there's all sorts of ideas happening. Russell and I have had a couple of meetings over the last couple of weeks doing planning sessions, and what we're doing is we'll get it together, then do committee, and then put it out as a document, because I know there are we have been approached by a couple of people actually wanting to take on sponsorship. What a wonderful thing! Thank you very much to those people. We will get it together and get it to you as soon as we can. Thank you. Amanda Jane, good evening. How are you? Lynn Moller, Raina Frederick, the new member I mentioned before. Welcome aboard. Thank you for watching. Okay. Also, just getting back to sponsorship and advertising, if anyone has any leads, anyone that they think might be interested in taking on some advertising or sponsorship, that would be fantastic. Also, what we are doing is on our website, we're creating a supporters page for businesses who do good stuff for us. You know, someone, you might come across a fantastic, you know, tyre place, or someone's gone out of their way to help you out. What we're doing at no charge is we're just putting up their business card on the web, on that website as supporters pages. So keep that in mind. If you come across businesses that go the extra mile to help us out or help you out, let us know, and we'll acknowledge them. That would be sensational. Okay, editor's report. I'll put another hat on. Again, with a lack of activity, there hasn't really been too much to write about. So the period, what was the BEMA monthly stretched out to a BEMA 2 monthly back in April, May, and it's now stretched to a 3 month, June, July, August. So it will be a BEMA tri-monthly. It's just, we're just about done. About the only, well, in fact, Dennis Weiss, the motorsport, have been doing a lot of stuff. So we're just sort of waiting on a couple of reports and scoreboards from them, and it's just about done. So again, anyone got any pictures, stories, articles, interesting stuff you'd like to submit, please, you know where to find me. Ewan is watching. Pardon my pronunciation of your surname. And Peter McCloy.
Ingrid.
Oh, Ingrid, sorry. I was reading from the bottom of the list. Hey, Ronan, did you see the photos from last weekend? Ah, excellent. Having a chat to each other, good. You just chat in the background. Yes, thank you. Yes, so, right. Why don't you read? Why don't you do Dennis Weiss?
Oh, okay. Yep. Dennis did put in some information for motorsport, so I've just sort of collated that for him. Next Friday, the 15th of September at Lakeside, the event is fully booked with 46 entries. So, you know, they've got it booked to the rafters. So he did say that with the restrictions, they were looking at, like with Lakeside, they were looking at maybe Morgan Park as an option, but decided that was just too difficult. So Lakeside is it, but it's going to be a very good day. There's, you know, 46 people. They're all looking forward to getting out there and putting their cars around the track. So that is really, really good. There was a skid pan at Mount Cotton last Saturday. Was that, Gary? The 5th?
Certainly was.
Morning session, and that was very well attended too. And everyone had a very good time learning how to control their cars in the wet conditions.
Except me, because I was totally out of control. So I've got a lot of learning to do.
Well, you've got to put your L plate back on your car.
Oh dear.
So there you go.
Thumbs up to
Yeah.
Peter.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you. Thank you,
exactly.
Peter Domro. Peter Domro drove my car and showed me how it could be driven. I just wasn't paying attention.
You were too busy having fun, that's
Yes,
why.
yes, thank you.
And Dennis was also saying that there's been a lot of new people and first-timers coming to the events. So, and they're thoroughly enjoying coming along.
M2s everywhere.
Come along, they've actually turned up to these events and found just how good they are. So that's what we're trying to get maybe the message across to other people who haven't done these events. Come along and have a try. Just see how it goes, because speaking from my own experience, many years ago, I bit the bullet, turned up, put myself in the car seat and went and did these things, and I've been a convert ever since. So, you know,
Good fun.
it is. It's absolutely brilliant. So just keep that in mind. It's not just for the guys. The girls can get out there and show them just as well. So
Amanda Jane wants to know if spectators can come to the events.
yes.
Yes, yes.
It's all within the, you know, the COVID
guidelines.
guidelines and everything. But yes, people are more than welcome to come along.
Yeah, we had a number of spectators last weekend at the skid pan, if you come with, you can go out as a passenger if you stay within your bubble. You know, if you come with someone, you can go out.
And that's really probably a good way to get introduced to that type of thing. Go in a car with someone who has done it a few times. You get in the car, you have a good ride, you get to see what can and can't be done. And I think that will give you a little bit more confidence in wanting to come along and actually put yourself in your car and give it a try. So there is an option there. Come out and just see how things work, and you never know, you might just put yourself in that seat. So keep that in mind.
Peter's saying best place to turning off traction control and live to talk about it. Live to talk about it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's. I always say with these type of things, it's you not only learn what you can do, but you also learn what you can't do. And I think once you get to that state where you just know what you can't do, you become a better driver all the way around.
Yes.
But you still can have a great lot of fun. So believe me, you can. So that's all for motorsport at the moment. So we look forward to next Friday. We're pretty sure that everyone's going to have an absolutely brilliant time. So I think the weather is even going to be pretty good for that day. So
it's wonderful, you know, full support, which means that it's revenue positive. So we're even putting back into those entrants on the day. You know, it's not about us making a profit. It's about everyone enjoying themselves and covering our costs.
Well, that's what the club's for.
Absolutely.
For the club members to enjoy.
A few new people joined the feed. Kapil Solanki. Craig Kelp says that he's going to discuss club sponsorship with his stepson Michael Sargent, who's a manager at Fulcrum. Andrew Moller, good evening.
Right.
Carl Jorgensen, hi there. Craig Kelp, give the car a workout. Yes. Peter McCloy, Len Carter, good evening.
Hi.
Len Carter, yeah? Judy Kosh, and yes. Oh, great. Excellent. Good to see your names. Thank you.
And I've got your name down, Craig, for the looking for the sponsorship. So
Spectators welcome at Lakeside. Please bring long sleeves, pants, closed shoes, and you may go for a run at lunchtime on the track with someone. Okay, great idea. Yep. Yes, come out, have a look, and go for a ride. I remember going with one of our club members, David Palmer, in his Porsche GT3. Oh dear, oh dear! No. What an amazing thing! Yes, that was incredible. Okay.
Amanda wants to know: is there a cost for spectators at Lakeside?
No.
Just turn up.
Yes, come out, enjoy. I'm sure you'll be.
It's always a good idea to let like Dennis know, or whoever's like going to be there. Just let them know that you're coming out, because then they'll guide you where to go, how to get there.
With using your phone
Bring
to do
later.
a live feed.
Who was that?
It was Andrew Murray.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry,
He's
Shane.
watching.
Yeah. Yes.
Saying, I want to talk one-on-one.
John Tate, need to check with Dennis regarding spectators at the moment due to COVID restrictions. Thank you, Amanda.
Yes. Noted.
So we'll put you in touch with Dennis. Grant Black is watching. Good evening. How are you? Welcome aboard. Interclub, nothing. Merchandise report, Alex, nothing. But I'm desperate. I want to get new polo shirts done for the club. So anyone got any thoughts, designs, whatever?
Favourite shirts?
Yep.
And also not just polo shirts, you know, proper like dress shirts, long sleeve shirts. Alex, he's got the access to everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's the feedback. Give us what you'd like, and we can make it happen.
Yep. So
it's just the fact of knowing, and we can take it from there.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the sponsorship meeting the other night too, about the club regalia and all that sort of stuff. Is a way of you know, making us you know, be seen and be smart.
And also lanyards. We're wanting to look at getting a new printed lanyards, because
that was on the list. Bring them on, Tony. We will. Thank you very much. Check out Drivers Club Melbourne. They've got some good designs. Okay.
From Rob.
Yeah,
Rob
that's Rob.
Smith.
Yep.
Thanks, Rob. Correspondence.
Yep.
Leanne.
Okay, we finally got an account from IINet that's showing that the club has no longer a balance owing. So we think that's been the final account, and we shouldn't get any more. That was for a support of an old email address.
It's interesting. It's BMW Clubs Australia. I'm just wondering whether that was.
That's right.
Whether it is in fact something to do with.
We don't know whether it kept coming to our address, because sometimes with people in the positions of helping getting these things set up, we have to use a post office box. So anyhow, the main thing is that looks as if it's been finalised, so we won't be getting any other account for that. So that was a good thing. Queensland Jaguar magazine that they send through to us, and then we got a Motorsport Australia affiliation certificate.
I'd like to present you with the certificate for affiliation.
Yes.
Motorsport Australia.
Towards camera.
Thank you very much.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
So that actually, they've done it in such a way that we're able to have that framed, I would think, or is that just a support board on the back?
No, it's just a support board. I think it's to stop it being crushed in the post.
But, that's the hard copy. We'll make sure we have it on soft copy so we're able to display if and when need be. Yes. So that's the only lot of, that's the rest of the correspondence.
Okay. Jeff Lawrence, good evening. Craig Kelp, hi Amanda, yada yada yada. Rob Battle, good evening.
Hey Rob.
How are you? Good to see your name. Delegates report. Clubs Australia, they're quite active at the moment, and there must be a meeting coming up soon, because I've been supplying Clubs Australia with some edited highlights of videos that I've done in the past of events, so that they can show the rest of the club organisation the sort of stuff that we're doing up here. So that's been fantastic. We've also recently supplied them with the details. Each year they look at the demographics of all the clubs, memberships, movements, ups and downs, and they're also interested in the spread of cars, and especially who's buying new cars, because they like to think that we're actually supporting Group Australia, which is great. Rob Battle, you're not bad for an old guy.
But you meaning you or him?
Silver Fox. Right, let's keep going. General business. Okay.
The main event.
The main event. Ring the bells. Lock the doors. We're finally going to have our annual general meeting. For those who may not know, we have deferred the general meeting. It was supposed to be back in June, July. Because of the COVID restrictions, we couldn't hold it then. But the Office of Fair Trading have given us a dispensation until the end of the year to hold the AGM. So we're planning to hold the AGM on the Friday, the 9th of October. We're going to have it at the Belmont Services Bowls Club at Carina. That way, a public venue like that, there are rules. Hey guys.
Chatter in the background. I don't know.
You can't get good camera help these days. Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, because of the club, they have got COVID rules dispensation, so we can go there. Although there won't be any food or drinks available there, we intend to
We can still look at that,
Yeah.
yes.
We're going to bring in some pizzas or something after the meeting.
Mm.
Hopefully keep the meeting short, brief, and to the point.
Yep.
Yeah, so that will be at 7 o'clock on Friday the 9th of October. As with all general meetings and under the association rules, all positions will become vacant at the night. So those of us who may wish to stand again, we have to nominate and stand for election. We would really, really, really love to see some new faces on committee. It's your club, so if you get the opportunity, please think about putting your hand up to come along and support us. As I said, we're always looking for new people and for new ideas and, you know, fresh blood, enthusiastic people who want to give it a go. We'd love to have you along. And that being said, if you're not interested in joining the committee or doing anything like that, just come along and vote anyway. Just let us know what we're doing. Sorry. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Sorry. What I meant to say was I'd like to open the floor to get feedback from all the membership about good things and bad, with ideas as to what to do. You know, we, the management committee, we try and run the club the way we think it should be run. It could be right, could be wrong, but unless you're let us know, we won't know. So please feel free to comment and make the club a better place for all of us. So yes, so we're definitely going to need a couple of major roles: treasurer, drive coordinator, membership, club captain. A number of these people are going to be stepping aside. So there's lots of different roles there. And we need to have a full, healthy management committee to make it work. There's a few of us have been wearing many hats, and I know that I've dropped the ball in a number of cases with various roles that I've been trying to keep going. So I'd love to spread the work around. So come along, Friday the 9th of October. We will be very shortly sending out via email all the requisite collateral that we need, proxy forms, nomination forms, and that sort of information. So keep your eye on your emails, guys, and let us help the club. Okay. All right. That's the bottom of my list. Leanne.
Bottom of my list too.
Yep.
I think we're pretty much covered everything. I don't think anyone else is asking for.
Rob Battle's got to go and watch tomorrow.
Sorry to interrupt, Rob.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we've been able to sneak it in before I get killed. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. John Phoenix, good evening. Sorry, I missed your name pop up on the screen. Thank you very much, Russell.
Russell Thomas wants to know,
do you need to attend to vote?
No.
No. What you can do, that's what proxy forms are all about. So basically what you do is you fill out the proxy form which allocates your vote to someone who's going to attend. And you can either decide who you wish to vote for on that proxy form, or you can hand over your vote to another person and they can vote the way they see fit.
That will all be in the what we put out in the notification with all the information and details and how to go about it in all the processes. So
sometimes people don't nominate until the night.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so
yes.
that will be in, as I say, there'll be the steps and how you can go about it and in the process. And if anything, if you're not sure about anything, you can always come and ask. So we'll be able to make sure that you get your right to vote. So there you go.
And Cam Freeman just joined us. Fantastic. Good evening. But it's sort of the end of our little session, Cam. So
You should have put on a movie night or something at the end of it.
Yes.
Poirot playing in the background.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I think Rob's gone.
No, Rob's gone.
Yeah. What's the time? Yeah,
Yeah.
just started.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the start. You'll never catch up.
No,
Yeah.
just a murder.
Okay, well, again, please, it's your club. Come along and support our AGM next month, or if not, just send us an email. Make yourself known. Talk to us. Give us some thumbs up or thumbs downs. Let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, and what you'd like to see. Okay. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your Friday night.
And I'm going to say good night.
And just hang on a sec.
With him instead of
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
finish.
no, hang on. Stop.
Oh,
Well,
Okay.
don't
I want to
touch.
make sure that it gets
You get the whole
saved.
lot.
yes. Well, I'll just have a.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
have another glass.
I've got a dry throat.
Yes.